When calculating the electrical load for a duplex, each unit is treated as a separate dwelling. This means you need to calculate the electrical load for each unit individually. For fixed appliances such as dishwashers, disposals, and hot water tanks, you include these in your load calculations for each unit. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires that a demand factor be applied to the calculated circuit loads for these fixed appliances. A demand factor is a percentage used to reduce the total load, acknowledging that it's unlikely all appliances will operate simultaneously at their maximum draw. The NEC specifies a demand factor of 75% for fixed appliances in dwelling units. This percentage allows for a reduction in the calculated load, reflecting real-world usage patterns. To illustrate this, let's consider a scenario where each unit in the duplex has 3 fixed appliances: a dishwasher, a disposal, and a hot water tank. This results in a total of 6 fixed appliances for the entire duplex, but we calculate each unit separately. If each appliance draws approximately 12 amps, the initial calculated load would be 6 appliances times 12 amps, which equals 72 amps. However, applying the NEC demand factor of 75%, we multiply the initial calculated load by 0.75. This results in a reduced circuit load of 54 amps. This means that the circuit breaker supplying the fixed appliances in each unit should be rated for at least 54 amps. It is crucial to select the appropriate wire gauge and overcurrent protection based on this calculated demand load to ensure electrical safety and compliance with the NEC. Therefore, when assessing the electrical requirements for a duplex, remember to treat each unit as an independent dwelling. Include all fixed appliances in your calculations and apply the appropriate NEC demand factors to determine the minimum circuit breaker rating and wiring requirements. This approach ensures both safety and efficiency in the electrical system design. For example, firstly, start by identifying all the fixed appliances in each unit of the duplex. These typically include items such as dishwashers, garbage disposals, water heaters, and built-in ovens. Secondly, determine the amperage draw of each appliance. This information is usually found on the appliance's nameplate or in the manufacturer's specifications. Thirdly, sum the amperage of all the fixed appliances in each unit. This gives you the total connected load for fixed appliances in each unit. Fourthly, apply the NEC demand factor of 75% to the total connected load. This reduces the calculated load to account for the fact that not all appliances will be operating simultaneously. Fifthly, calculate the minimum circuit breaker size needed to supply the fixed appliances. The circuit breaker should be rated to handle at least 125% of the reduced load. Sixthly, select the appropriate wire gauge for the circuit. The wire gauge should be sized to handle the calculated load without exceeding its ampacity. Seventhly, install the circuit breaker and wiring according to the NEC and local electrical codes. Eighthly, test the circuit to ensure that it is functioning properly and that all appliances are receiving adequate power. Ninthly, document all calculations and installations for future reference. Tenthly, review these calculations periodically, especially when new appliances are added or existing appliances are replaced, to ensure that the electrical system remains adequate and safe. Understanding and correctly applying demand factors is essential for designing safe and efficient electrical systems in multi-family dwellings. This ensures that the electrical system is not overloaded and that it can handle the expected load while minimizing the risk of electrical hazards. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local electrical codes for specific requirements and guidelines. It is also advisable to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed safely and correctly. Considering an example, imagine each duplex unit as a 1200 watts dishwasher, a 500 watts disposal, and a 4500 watts electric water heater. At 240 volts, the water heater draws 18.75 amps, the dishwasher draws 10 amps at 120 volts, and the disposal is about 4.167 amps at 120 volts. These are estimates, and the actual nameplate should be used on the appliance. The initial load would be about 32.92 amps. Using the demand factor, The actual load used to calculate the wire and breaker size is 24.69 amps. This value is used for selection of components.